New at 4, CMS says it's finalizing the plans on its express bus stops. We first told you about the plan in February, and it's actually caused some controversy since. The district decided it would stop bus routes for thousands of magnet students because there simply weren't enough bus drivers. So to fix that problem, CMS rolling out the Express Stops plan, saying it would put fewer bus stops, but in more centralized locations in hopes of getting students to school faster. But not everyone's on board with the idea. WCNC Charlotte's Shamari Morrison joining us live from one of those designated spots. So Shay, you spoke to some families today, and they're not all that excited about the change.
No, they're not. And to be fair, they haven't been since this was announced. Some of them are saying all the solution that CMS has tried to do, well, it's just not working for them. CMS says they have been taking feedback about this seriously. For example, where they started with the number of express stops, I think it's somewhere around 19. They're now up to 40. But again, some families are saying this just isn't the solution. Eileen Soper is one of hundreds of CMS families who say they just can't make CMS Express stops work.
I'm a single parent. I work full time. I have 2 children who will be attending 2 different schools next year. I will not be able to transport my child to and from one of the set express stops.
Soper's child goes to Northwest School of the Arts. Her nearest express stop is 2 miles away, and she has to find a way to get her child there if they want transportation.
Well, I have a somewhat flexible work schedule, maybe more so than some parents. I don't have the flexibility to do 2 different drop-offs at 2 different times in the morning.
CMS said express stops were the only option. The district has asked families who couldn't come to CMS-labeled express stops to try and make consolidated stops.
We were able to create stops either at a neighborhood clubhouse, could be a local church or a shopping center.
They needed 7 or more students to get a consolidated stop that would then go to an express stop.
CMS sites will have a campus security associate there, but a consolidated stop, if it's in a neighborhood or a school or church parking lot or a shopping center, those won't have any campus security associates.
Soper won't be able to make a consolidated stop work either. Her biggest worry outside of her kids making it to these express stops is the limited access students will now have for magnet programs.
People who will be able to send their children there are either able to drive their children to and from a bus stop, meaning they may have a stay-at-home parent or a parent with enough flexibility with their work schedule that they can provide that service, or they're going to be able to pay someone to take their children to and from school.
Soper says there just has to be another solution. And CMS says to those families who have to do express bus stops or consolidated stops, they can expect an email in the next week or so. But here's the bottom line. They say they do expect some families will not be able to make this work. They have weighed the pros and cons, and they're moving forward with this program. They won't know the final numbers on how many students won't be enrolling in some of these magnet programs or not taking express bus stops. They'll know that later on once the school year starts. Live in East Charlotte, Shamari Morrison, WCNC Charlotte.
Shay, thanks so much.